I'm going to need y'all to get some of this tea to help give y'all some mental clarity, because y'all on some BS with all this extra stank that y'all putting on this situation with Candace and Monique. Them two girls got into a fight. That's where the shit starts and stops. Get some of this NutriBurst and some of this tea so you would get your damn mind right and get into this video. Drop that in the description box to purchase these fine products. Bye. Listen, y'all need to come on in the room, because we really finna talk about it. Based on the comments on my last video and what I see on social media, it's a whole lot of y'all out there that's freaking acting so doggone self-righteous about this situation. And y'all acting like what Monique and Candiace did not get into was a fight. And that's where it starts and it stops. All this extra stank y'all putting on it, you was doing way too much. There's a lot of y'all about to be upset, and at this point I don't give a good goddamn about it. Want to talk about it? Here you go. Now, so girl, I'm going to have to take my time and freak this one slow, because I'm feeling a whole lot of ways about this situation. I'm finna talk to Bravo real quick. I'm going to give y'all a personal story of mine that has me so closely connected to this situation, and then we're going to move on through to the main course. The first thing that I want to say, y'all, and this is because I am friends with a lot of people in the production world, a lot of producers, camera people, sound people, so on and so forth, and it is a known thing that physical violence is off-brand for Bravo, right? They consider fighting to be what those other networks over there do. They're above it. It's a fireable offense, so on and so forth. But here is the issue that I have with Bravo, and I'm speaking to Bravo directly. For fighting and shit to be so off-brand for y'all, y'all sure had no goddamn problem airing the shit. For fighting to be so off-brand and so low-brow and so VH1 of them, y'all had no problem milking and exploiting the shit for ratings. And I'm here to take it a step further. Bravo people, when I got you on the line. Since it's so off-brand for you, I want you to know that you guys went above and beyond in looking lowbrow, because you actually aired Monique's mouth bleeding. And across no other network had the people got into a fight and we've actually seen blood. So I'm here to say y'all are full of shit, number one. Because for it to be so off-brand, you damn sure didn't mind selling advertising on something that was so off-brand for you. So which one is it? Is it off-brand or is it great for ratings? Get it together. Number two, all right, and let's just talk about this shit. Monique and Candiace got into a fight. Was it childish? Sure. Was it immature? Sure. Should grown women be getting in fights? Probably not. But they got into a fight. That's where it starts and where it stops. Some of y'all sitting up there so goddamn self-righteous like you've never seen 30-year-old people fight in your damn life, okay? And yes, it's wrong then and it's wrong now, but the shit happens, all right? And regardless of the fact, both of them were in each other's faces doing the back and forth. And this is all I am saying, and I'm not picking sides in this situation. When two people are in a heated exchange and this is going back and forth, there's nowhere else to go but up. There was nowhere else to go but up. The fight did not start with the hair flicking. The fight started with the this and the this and the this and the this. That's when the fight started. The fight started way behind the scenes with the betrayal. The fight started way behind the scenes with Gizelle ass stirring the pot. That's where the fight started. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so mad that everybody wants to latch on to the piece of the puzzle where the pot boiled over. But if we're going to call a thing, we got to call a thing a thing. Any and everybody who was involved with this situation escalated to the point in which it did needs to be reprimanded. I don't understand why all of a sudden the fight is so damn embarrassing to black women, but backstabbing, throwing shade, talking about one another like a dog, forming phony ass alliances against one another, that's not a bad representation of black women. And quiet as it's kept, that's the thing that's killing black women the most. Being fake and fucking phony, smiling up in a bitch face while you backstabbing her. That's the real issue that's facing black women in 2020 amongst other black women. If you really want to damn talk about it, quiet as it's kept, hoes ain't going to work beating each other up at work. No, what they doing is talking about each other behind each other back, down to the water cooler, forming alliances with them white hoes in the break room, trying to get the next black woman fired. The same type of catty bullshit that y'all got going. That's the real thing that's plaguing black women. If we gonna lay this shit on the table, let's lay it out on the goddamn table. Now, I want to tell y'all a story and why I feel particularly close to this situation, because I have been in Monique's situation, and it's rare. I always filter what pieces of my personal business that I tell y'all, and this is a very personal piece that's going to affect a lot of people in my life, but it happened some years ago, and I'm going to tell it. I was very popular in college. My whole friend circle, where we were active in just about everything. I was new to exploring who I was sexually, and I was in love with my best friend. I was in love. And there was this summer, for whatever reason, he was about to get evicted and he needed $700. And when we were in college, $700 is a lot of money. This was the spring going into the summer, he needed $700. So I gave him the $700. This particular summer, he ended up getting financial aid. He ended up getting a summer counselor job and ended up getting like this internship job and never gave me back my money. So all summer goes by, you get these 3 injections of cash and you don't feel the need to give me my money. Okay, but I'm in love and my head is in the clouds, so I don't say nothing about it. Fall rolls around and there's some other circumstances and some other human beings that come into play, and the realization hits that you're more in love with this person than this person is in love with you. So now I am feeling betrayed, because not only do you got my damn money, but you got my heart, but giving my love into somebody else. And now I feel away. Now I'm mad. Not to mention we're now roommates. We now live in the same house. I have to see this person every day. I am really emotionally charged, and something had transpired between he and I where some words were exchanged and I was pissed. Fast forward, I will never forget this day. Said friend, it was homecoming time, and said friend was standing in the middle of the Florida State University Union giving a speech to the entire student body. And I told another friend to hold my books. And there was something about him standing at that podium talking to these people like he was just the president of the United States, and so put together and so honest and so this and so that triggered me. And I walked up on the stage in front of this boy giving a speech to several thousand of people and tried to fight him in front of a podium. And the only thing I remember is walking on the stage and saying, "Where is my motherfucking money? By the time you get home, you better have my motherfucking money." And the next thing I remember is me being back in the audience with 13 people holding me. There is a whole 2-minute gap of time that I cannot account for. And I'll tell you something, to this day, I am very embarrassed about it, right? But moreover, I am scared. I am so scared of that, because that behavior is the type of person who ends up in prison by mistake because you don't kill some damn body or you don't hurt some damn body in the heat of the moment. Hence why they have the legal category called crime of passion. In the heat of the moment, people do black out. And what I have had to do was create mechanisms in my life to make sure I don't get in a place with people that I lose all self-control. And it happens because one of my biggest strengths and one of my biggest weaknesses is the fact that I am very black and white and I don't have no middle gauge. It is all or nothing with me. I am extremely patient with you until I'm not. Like, I'm the person that you can keep beating up on and beating up on and beating up on and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and trying and trying and trying and trying until that one time when you can't try no more. And then I lose all self-control. I'm patient until I'm not. And that's what scares me, because that onset of rage comes on with no warning. So that being said, because I have experienced that before, I understand it. And I know I'm not the only person sitting here watching this thing that understands it too. The second point that I want to bring up before I get down into this thing, y'all, Monique and Candace got into a fight. They got into a physical fight. It happens. We're not proud of it. It happens. It happens commonly. So all this, my image is on the line. We represent black women. That's just a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at this situation as a series of unfortunate events, and for me, that's where it stops and stops. All this extra stank that's being put on it, I can't. This is my stylist for Cynthia Wet, and I have to hit her back. But anywho, I want to get down into another point that I want to make, right? Here is the problem, and I know Candace gonna get upset with this, and we just gonna have to agree to disagree and move the hell on. I have a problem with Candace's behavior subsequent this fight, right? And the problem that I have is that if the narrative is going to be black women this and uphold black women and black women don't fight and we supposed to be classy and we supposed to outdo the narrative, then I'm going to need for black women to stop doing to other black women what white people have historically done to us. Okay, which is using these trigger words and these buzzwords to paint this level of imminent danger that is greater than what they're really in. Candace with this, it's beyond me. She's dangerous and unpredictable and I feel traumatized. Girl, stop. Like, stop. 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 You don't. You don't. And I don't find any honor. I don't find any honor in any of that. It's supposed to be black woman this and black woman that and black woman this. Then why would you do to her what the shit that got Emmett Till killed? Over embellishing the level of danger and fear that you in. You are not sitting at home worried about Monique bamming on your door, beating the shit out of you. You are not scared to show up to the damn scene because Monique finna run out the back and beat the shit out of you. Cut that shit out. It's not cute. And the reason why it is not cute, and I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit to Candace down to the counselor. The reason why it's not cute, Candace, is because you contributed to the situation. Now, I will give you this. I will give you this. Perhaps what it is you did not warrant your face getting slammed into the table. Even Wendy said it. It didn't warrant it, and that people fuss and fight all day long. Fine. It didn't warrant it. It doesn't change the fact that you helped contribute to the escalation of the situation that led you to getting your face bashed. Alright? But it takes two to tangle. It takes two to tangle. And in this situation, I am sorry. I don't think either one of them carries more liability than the other. The reality of the situation is they got into a fight and Candace ass lost. They got into a fight and Candace ass lost. Had Candace ass won and had Monique head been the head that was on the damn table, I wonder would the narrative be different. You got in the fight and you were on the losing end. And Monique didn't even do no damn damage. She grabbed your wig, held your head down. Alright? It wasn't even like it was no real damn knockout, drag out brawl. But your ass was on the losing end of the fight. Now all of a sudden you just so damn victimized and traumatized. And I hate to be street with it because y'all know I don't get down with street and ghetto shit. But there is a certain level of street shit that just come with this. And this what the fuck happened when you keep running your goddamn mouth and antagonizing people. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. And I'm going to tell you something. I done got my ass whooped a couple times. I was that person because I was the smartest kid that could do this. And here is the moral of the story. Here's what y'all got to realize. Everybody ain't where y'all from. Everybody wasn't born in no high-end, classy-based community. Everybody does not possess the tools to be able to handle all this rah. And it took a friend of mine, and it took me a lot of years. It took me a lot of years to accept this because I would be on the negative end of this sentiment. But people do have the ability with their mouth to inflict the same type of trauma upon somebody that the other person can with their hands. That shit is real. And when it was said to me after I had got beat up one time, I didn't want to hear it. Then I had to realize, Q, the level of trauma that you put on other people with your damn mouth, they don't know how to do it back, but they know how to fight and your ass don't. So you know what you need to learn how to do? Shut the fuck up. And I'm going to tell you what the fuck I did. I shut the fuck up, okay? Or I learned, okay, that in certain rules against this person, I might not be able to push this person that far because that bitch looks like they know how to fight and I don't. So I got one or two options in this situation. It's either learn how to fight or shut the fuck up, okay? Because yes, they should not put their hands on me, but should not do not mean could not, okay? Now let me drop that in this episode. Y'all know y'all, some of y'all hoes sitting over there sitting no mad. I don't give a damn, you'll still be back and I'll still be making my coins off these commercials. So I think it was smart that Karen decided that Candace maybe should not be there and had the girls over. I think it was cute that Karen hosted the event. I'm going to tell y'all something. For any of y'all who don't understand what it means to be neutral and ride for all y'all friends, you need to look up Karen Huger name in the Google, baby, because Karen is doing an excellent job, in my opinion, of holding Monique accountable, holding Candace accountable, being supportive to all, and not letting Gizelle and Robin sway her or back her into a corner to feeling some type of way. Speaking of, they get to the house. Monique, there's a lesson in this whole situation for you to learn, because at the beginning of this goddamn thing, you was running up, so happy to be up in Gizelle's ass, so on and so forth. And I said this before, the minute she got an opportunity to turn on you, she did. Let me get Gizelle old stovepipe leg, having stovepipe neck having ass together too, while you added old soggy, rankly neck halfer. To show up to Karen house with security, again, we black women, oh, support black women supposed to stick, we supposed to be sisters, but yet you going out your way to damage this girl. Really, I want y'all to drop down in the comments and let me know if you honestly believe that Gizelle was so damn scared of what the hell was going to happen, it warranted her having security. And while we at it, I want to bring up another goddamn point. Black women, oh, black women, y'all need to do better because y'all gonna get mad at me, but I don't give a fuck. y'all need to do better because you more forgiving to a no good ass nigga than you is to your fucking homegirls, and that's problematic as hell. Gizelle, you got big damn nerve. Jamal done dipped his dirty dick in everything on the east and the west of the Mississippi. Probably had your ass up in Planned Parenthood more than anybody could goddamn count, but you fight it in your will, your nature, and your being to be able to forgive him. But Monique didn't even fight you, and now you just so damn unforgiving. To your own daddy's admission, this man done ran out and had 7 damn baby mamas on you. Your own kids don't even like their own daddy for you. Okay, you have to go to Atlanta and sleep in a hotel room because your kids feel uncomfortable with their daddy for you. He done embarrassed you up and down the goddamn United States of America. Quiet as it's kept. The new birth people in Atlanta do not respect you and do not want your ass to remotely be the first lady of their damn church because of the way you have interacted with Jamal over the years. But yet you find it in your heart to open up your legs, your heart, your mouth, your home, your pocketbook, your booty hole, because yes, they said you liked it from the bike, for this man. But you can't find an ounce of compassion for Monique. You scared for your life with Monique when in all actuality, Jamal done raw dicked everything in the U.S. and done came back and stuck it in every orifice in your body. But you ain't scared for your life then, girl. You must have never heard of the HIV and AIDS. Either that or you got it one. Which one is it? Because I'm not understanding how you need security when the threat wasn't even directed at you. Now, if Candace would have showed up with security, that would have been a whole nother situation. I'd have sided out of it, but I'd have said, I understand. You doing the absolute most. Then you being distracting and disruptive with the, let me take notes. Girl, stop. You just doing the most. And then Robin. Then you gonna get all aggressive and mad when Monique was being condescending to Gizelle. But let's not pretend like Gizelle's behavior was not condescending. And here is the problem with this whole Gizelle and Robin faction of the group. And Wendy, you don't find a way to migrate your ugly ass over there with them, okay? Your teenage mutant ninja turtle looking ass, okay? I don't understand where y'all are thinking somebody needs to grovel to you bitches. The girl was explaining herself, but it was not to y'all level of satisfaction. And y'all had a problem with that. Y'all wanted her to sit back and kiss and suck and squeeze and beg and grovel to y'all's personal satisfaction. Who the fuck is y'all? Robin, you damn sure ain't nobody, bitch. You stay one step above an apartment. Okay, don't nobody in life aspire to be you and think somebody got to sit down and grovel to you. And Gizelle, you was a walking petri dish for trichomoniasis, or whatever the fuck they call it down to the Planned Parenthood. Don't nobody want to aspire to be cottage cheese cooch. That's why you wear all them tacky ass fashions to insulate that cottage. Let me stop, because see, y'all done got me started on this thing. And Wendy, I'm trying my hardest with you. But I'm here to let you know, and I feel like I can say this to you because I'm in the public eye. I sit up in the media. People say all type of nasty things to me too, but the two are fucking different. People talk about my dead mama, my dead daddy. They talk about me. They don't call me. I get it all the time. There's a difference between you getting that from some keyboard thugs and a friend being in your face in close quarters and y'all tongue wrestling. You are comparing apples to oranges, okay? Now I'm with you when you told Monique her hitting Candace wasn't warranted. I'm with you. I'm always with you when you're right. I'm with Robin when Robin said, do Candace make you want to slap the shit out of her? Yes, she does, but I would never let her take me out my thing. I'm with you when you're right. But you gave just a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much for my personal liking. Here's another thing I want to get on. Real Housewives of Potomac, be not dismayed. And please don't get it twisted. Y'all have single-handedly subscribed and helped perpetuate every negative stereotype of black women in media, minus getting physical. Minus, all right? Because y'all trying to paint this picture like y'all have gotten 10s across the board on everything, and this is the one area where y'all failed. Backstabbing, check. Angry, check. Conniving, check. Betraying, check. Catty, check. Non-loyal, check. Come on. How far above the fray have you really stayed? How far above the fray have you really stayed, girl? I mean, because quiet as it's kept, y'all gave a basketball, it's giving a real basketball wives tease. Okay? It's giving a real housewife of Atlanta tease. The only girls y'all have managed to stay above is the Love and Hip Hop girls. And girl, it ain't that hard to stay above the Love and Hip Hop girls. Even with the fight, y'all stayed above the Love and Hip Hop girls. But independent of that, honey, y'all ain't stayed above anybody else. Quiet as it's kept, you've been on par. You've been on par. So I'm having a hard time understanding what is this imaginary standard that y'all have managed to rise above up until this point, Miss Gizelle. Somebody gonna have to drop that in the comments and let me know something, baby. Just because you got a Patanga zip code, baby, and just because you wear classy-based fashions, don't think that you are so above the girls, okay? Broke, check. Tax problems, check. Bad credit, check. How far above the girls have y'all stayed? I'm just trying to get a better understanding. So here's the thing. Candiace, you finna be mad with me again, and here it go. I can't get down with you at the counselor just pretending like your hands are completely clean. The counselor asked you 2 questions and you answered them with some full of shit answers. He said, so, and he said it in a, so you are engaging her. You engaged in the behavior. Again, it may not have warranted you getting your head slammed into a table. I will give you that. But you did not help de-escalate the situation either. So yes, it takes 2 to tangle. Hood brat, y'all gotta get hood brat CD. It takes 2 to tangle. It takes 2 to tangle. You engaged in the behavior and got an unsuspecting outcome. Then he says, because I'm like Gizelle, I had to take my notes. He said, what part do you think you played in her betraying you? What part do you think you played in Monique betraying you? How about going behind her back and befriending Sharice and helping give Sharice a platform to spread all that vitriol about her damn marriage? You did that. It's documented on the show, and anybody could see you and Monique was beefing, and it was like, let me go slide over here and play with Sharice. Come on, daughter. And Candace, I like you. The people accuse me of being biased towards you. I like you. That's the part you played. And so it's like, Candace, don't get me wrong. I give you my sympathy, sis, for getting your head slammed in the table. I do. But I'm not finna rock with you on a poor defenseless white woman. I don't know why this happened to me. I don't know why this happened. She just attacked me for no reason. And now I feel traumatized and can't sleep. And I need to go to counseling because I'm so scared. And she's so unpredictable. And she's dangerous. The question I would have to you is so your hands are just completely clean in this situation. Like, ask yourself that. Like, your hands are just completely clean in this situation. Okay, I mean, and if they are, girl, then don't wash them no more. It just, again, I conclude Monique and Candace are two people that got into a fight. That's where it starts and it stops. I don't understand all this extra stank. And I am willing to bet that in a year or two that they can be friends and will be very good friends because, bitch, they now got a clear understanding of where the boundaries lie. Because quiet as it's kept, the shit they were fighting from the get-go was never that deep. And if both of them would have been honest about what was truly bothering them, the shit would have never got this damn far. Gizelle storming out of Karen's house. You know, and first, and this is another thing that y'all kill me. Dear parents, right? It does not strengthen your case when you try to bring your children into things. It actually makes you look intellectually lazy. It looks like I can't find any other word in the dictionary, almanac, or thesaurus to help express the level of disdain I feel for something. So I have to try to play on people's emotions by bringing my vulnerable children into the situation. The first thing I did was went home and discussed this with my children. Well, bitch, that's the first place you went damn wrong. What in the hell you going back discussing grown women business with your damn children? What the hell you need to be discussing about them is they low down ass daddy, since you want to discuss grown women with your children and then some 6 and 7 stepmamas they got out there and all them step siblings that they got that they welcome around your damn house. Since we around here having grown people discussions with their damn children, that's what you need to be discussing. Beyond that, I'm not understanding. And Gizelle, cut it out. Don't act like your daughters ain't never got into no fight with one another, and don't act like they ain't never got in one at school, because it fucking happens, okay? Miss me with the bullshit. Y'all around here acting like this shit don't happen in real life. It happens. Damn it. So Gizelle left her and security. He just got paid for nothing, sitting in the camera looking like where the cheese puffs at. This look like a house with cheese puffs. Here's the thing now. Monique expressed that she isn't remorseful. Now, I am with Wendy and Robin and everybody else where they say that's problematic. Yeah, that's problematic as fuck. Like, it is. It's like, yeah, girl, it is. It's what you did was wrong. There should be a level of remorse. But I'm here to also say this. I'm not mad with somebody for being honest. And what I took from that was I need some time to get there. Right now, I'm still mad with the bitch, and if I see her again, I might be liable to slap her ass again. That is natural. Knowing that Robin, Gizelle, and maybe even Wendy came into the situation committed to misunderstanding and not hearing her, there's nothing that girl could have said that y'all would have been satisfied with. Because had she said she was remorseful, y'all would have took it and said, I don't feel it. It don't feel remorseful. It feel like she just saying what she think we want her to hear. There's no winning with y'all. There is no winning, and that is the biggest lesson that I've learned in 2020 about giving my energy to people who are committed to misunderstanding me. I have learned that I will no longer address or speak to or give any emotion or energy to people who are just committed to misunderstanding me. Case in point, the he hate black women police. I ain't got nothing for you bitches no more. I really don't. Because y'all have made up y'all mind that I hate them. So there's nothing left for me to do other than fulfill prophecy. Alright? At the end, Monique hugs it out, and Karen says that Monique is going to look back on this and use it as a story to tell people. I really do love how Karen is being mother hen in this. And it did not help Monique's plight. It did not help Monique's plight when she hugged Karen, and she slid that jab in there about, I'm going to tell her about provoking people too. It didn't help because it's like, damn, Monique, I mean, this ain't how you win people over. And Monique, you're really going to have to let go this she provoked you defense. But here is the point that I want to make for y'all, because there was a lot of y'all that got mad with the whole provoking thing, right? And I'm an adult. I 100% agree. And listen to me before you respond. I 100% agree that as adults, we need to be responsible for ourselves, and walking around saying you did something because somebody provoked you is not necessarily going to fly in the court of law and in the court of public opinion in a lot of cases, okay? I agree with you there. But for your own safety, for your own safety, I would suggest that you do conduct yourself in public with the understanding that everybody was not raised like you. Everybody does not have the same temperament that you do. Everybody does not have the same level of self-control that you do. And you just may find yourself in public in a situation with somebody who is able to be provoked to a place of violence. For your own safety, I need you to understand you cannot walk around saying whatever you want to say to people, thinking that they conduct themselves the same way you do, thinking that they have the same level of self-restraint that you do, and thinking that they won't get physical and slap the shit out of you. Because they will. Everybody ain't you. Everybody ain't been raised the same. And in closing, I will say the flash forward does not look very favorable for Candiace. The flash forward looks as if you are once again engaging in the same types of behaviors that caused your ass to get your head slammed in the table. It looks as if they're holding you back, preventing you from getting to somebody with something in your hand, and you're saying, and I quote, I wish you motherfucking would. Well, the last time you wished somebody motherfucking would, they did. So I'm lost. Like, which one is it? Black Witness. Is this behavior not acceptable? Is it semi-acceptable? Is it not acceptable when it's Monique? Because Candace, for somebody who is traumatized, who thinks she's unpredictable, who's scared, you are at this party engaging in this behavior. Once again, you don't look like nobody that's scared, and that is fight behavior. I wish you motherfucking would. That's fight behavior. So I'm lost. Are we fighting or are we not fighting? Drop that in the comments and help me understand. I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.